Greg Miller's bloody.
I'm bleeding.
It's Greg Miller's bloody.
Someone get help. Skycam.
Kevin Coelho off screen.
This is my moneymaker, Kev. What happens if we gotta amputate?
I don't think that is your moneymaker.
My hands?
It's your brain. Your big, beautiful brain.
Thank you, Kev.
And the way it puts all them weird thoughts together.
Can't do it.
Why not? What's wrong?
Just don't want to do it.
Talk to me.
Nah,
Maybe little Greg.
Don't touch me with your bloody fucking hand.
You were the one saying, asking Kevin to look it up, saying to go get me a tampon. What are you afraid of?
Kevin asked you if he should get you a tampon in addition to the thing because you have to. You're tying it up like you're in a fucking World War I.
Guys, this is how it starts.
I'm gonna order Band-Aids because we don't have any.
This is how the amputation starts.
Cool Greg got cut yesterday, so.
Cool Greg got cut too?
Yeah. You know what he did?
What did he do?
Immediately got tape and just wrapped it in like regular tape. And he was like, I don't want to get blood on any of the prizes.
But see, I want to get blood on my prize.
What are you fucking wearing, Kevin?
Oh, get over here, you Zumbas! Oh, it wasn't a scarf at all. It was Harry Potter sweatpants. Put your thigh up there. Yeah, put it right up here. Look at that. Got some. You got the houses on there, Slytherin and stuff.
Yep. You got all of them. You got the Hufflepuff.
Your dick looks great in it too.
Yeah, your dick.
I'm just saying. That's a bulbous looking fucking cock right there.
I don't like where that went.
Are you hard?
Sorry, are we not allowed to do that? Is that? Can I get a minority report on that? Is that fine? Can we say that?
Well, minority report is fine, but I don't want the HR report.
What's the HR report? We haven't done an HR
Unfortunately,
report.
I'm the HR person. So
Is that okay? Can we talk about his dick?
I thought I was.
Can we talk about his dick?
Yes.
Can we objectify him? Kevin, show me that sweet ass.
I think this is all perfectly legal as far as I understand. You gotta not wear those pants because I'm distracted by them now. And I'm distracted specifically by your crotch.
I don't like it.
It's bulging out of those pants. It's trying to get out.
No, it's not.
Free the beast. Free the beast.
You guys are making me uncomfortable.
Free the beast.
I mean, he's the one really making you uncomfortable. I'm just pointing out an absolute truth here. That it looks like you have a softball in your pants, okay? Nerd901 says, Big Kev dog hung like a horse. Kevin? No, he's shaking his head no. All right, so that's
Why would you say no, Kevin? Tell us about your pee-pee.
This is inappropriate for an office setting.
Well, we're not a real office, so.
Well, I mean, we are. Like a real.
Just because you say we're a real office setting, I'm also, you know, I'm our HR person and our CFO.
I was the HR person.
Well, not anymore. I'm a little intimidated, frankly, by Kevin's pants.
All right, I'm putting my pants back on.
No, I want him taking them off.
Are you gonna? Oh, you're doing it right there?
Right, did the first
Jesus! I didn't even notice that. And you're talking to me about being inappropriate? You're getting straight up naked in front of me.
No, my underwear's staying on.
I doubt even the underwear can hold that beastly.
I was very comfortable. I want you guys to know.
Claw584 has an interesting interjection in the comments in the chat. Stardew Valley does come to PS4 on December 15th, and I am interested in playing that.
Yeah, me too.
It's a Vita game. I don't know why they're not putting it on Vita, but they're thrown into the mix as well. Maybe some other
See, that's the problem.
unforeseen things.
There's these games you're thinking you're gonna do a day with. What if they turn into more than that? What if they grab you? What if they tug on you? They come down here and they tug on this too, and then
who's gonna tug on that?
A random game that might just come out of the woodwork. You might not see it coming. You thinking you're out there gonna be single, you're gonna bop around, see all these other games. Then this one game comes in and goes, "No, sir, you're with me the rest of the break here."
What it looks like.
Yeah, because that's how you like it.
I like it when I want you to just take it and I want you to squeeze it as hard as you can. Just squeeze it. And when you think you've squeezed it hard enough, squeeze it harder.
Time out. The chat is saying that Stardew is confirmed for Switch. Just putting that out there. Because it's not on Vita, but if it's on Switch, that's Vita 2.
Yeah, I mean, excuse me?
That's Vita 2. Switch is coming in, buddy. It's going to give it to you.
I mean, I'm not denying that's what I'm excited about the Switch, but we don't talk about the Vita like that.
I'm just letting you know that we got to start thinking about what our lives are going to be like in a post-Switch world.
In a post-Vita world.
Well, we've been living in a post-Vita world for quite some time. We've been in a post-Vita world for a long, long time. I'm just letting you know. Things are happening out there. The world is changing.
And your lucky Lola's not here right now.
Me, I want a hula hoop.
I don't like that song. I don't like the way you're singing. Why are you singing it? Why did that come to mind, huh? Why don't you tell me why that came to mind?
Who knows? There's literally no way. I don't know why this happens to me. Someone help.
I don't know what's happening.
Chipmunks, man. They're chipmunks.
So should I close the story or?
Time for that pro.
Yeah, that'll be the day.
Selling pretty well.
Is
Wait,
it?
you cold?
Did you see that today?
I saw that 50 million units sold.
Yeah, they're crediting that pro. Yeah, I'm
sure.
cold. My hands are ice as always. Do we have gloves in the prize box?
Yeah.
Give me one of them gloves.
Okay. Do you want me to also turn up the heater to 1 million?
No. I don't want to overheat the room.
Heated to 1 million.
Yeah.
We'd all die. Well before we got to 1 million, we'd all die.
Nuclear furnace.
No gloves.
No gloves. Just this hoodie. No.
it's a
Scarf.
sweat. It's a
Wrap my hands up in it, please.
Is it a Kingdom
It's my
Hearts
hands.
scarf?
My hands are what's cold. This isn't helping me.
It's like a communion picture.
Give me my one when you get back there. We'll do my new communion picture.
It is cold. It is cold in the city the last 2 days.
Jesus, I'm coming.
Jason Schreier, our friend over at Kotaku, writes Final Fantasy 15 patch will add more story, improve Chapter 13. Says, why buy games on day one anymore? A newly planned set of updates for Final Fantasy 15 won't just fix bugs, they'll add story cutscenes and improve the game's slow-paced 13th chapter by adding more powers to Noctis's repertoire. Quote, we want you to enjoy Final Fantasy 15 for a long time to come. We have been listening to your ideas on how to make the game experience even better, and so in addition to the previously announced content, we'll be providing free updates to the game throughout the coming year. Tabata continues, quote, our early plans are to enrich aspects of the game, adding gameplay enhancements for Chapter 13, buffing ring magic, etc. We'll have the specifics of what and when for you at a later date. After that, we're hoping to delve deeper into the story, adding scenes that will give you new insight into character motivations, such as why Ravis walked the path he did. I don't know.
You want to know? You love paths.
I do love, I have a thing for paths. We will need a little time with these as they'll need to be localized and voiced in other languages, but we'll let you know the details once everything is set. For the long term, we are looking at making certain key characters playable and even considering the possibility of customizable avatars in addition to other features over time. Other features we have in mind include letting you carry over stats from a previous playthrough and adding items that introduce new playstyles, such as low-level runs and God mode. We're also examining readability tweaks, increasing font size for certain languages. On top of that, we're looking at content you can enjoy in real time, including new bosses with exclusive rewards and achievements, and limited time hunts, end quote. One of the game's biggest problems, Jason writes, is its major plot holes, which have left most players confused about the motivations of key characters like Ravis. And Chapter 13 drags on for far too long, so it's understandable that they'd want to splice it up. This is in addition to the already announced slate of paid DLC, which includes packs for each character and co-op multiplayer. If you're feeling like a chump for getting Final Fantasy 15 the day it came out, you're not alone, but hey, at least we got to be beta testers. What do you think of all that? That's making the rounds. I tweeted about it this morning. Drew some ire there, but what are your particular thoughts?
Double-edged sword. I think that's what it is. I think the fact of the matter is, how do you want it to be? What do you want it to be? We all talked about this with Metal Gear, right? Metal Gear comes out. Clearly, this isn't the ending it was supposed to be. This doesn't work. Do you want them to sit on it and not touch it? Do you want them to go back and touch it? The alarming fact here is the fact that it's happening so quickly, right? So they've been sitting on these story cutscenes. They knew this was a problem. Why didn't they put them in there to begin with? Where was the holdup there? And same with spicing up Chapter 13. Okay. But like, that's not a quick turnaround, right? Like, did they say when this patch is coming out?
Well, it's going to come over time. I think there's going to be many patches.
Sure. Okay.
Over time,
So
over the next year.
It's double-edged in terms of, okay, they fucked up. They know they fucked up. They've read your thoughts and they want to fix it. That's a cool thought. But then when is the game ever done? And why ship it in that thing? And is it a mess? Was it always a mess? Did they know this? Were they sitting on it? I don't know how to shake it all out and where it goes. It's one of those, if they're coming out tomorrow, that's a huge problem. If it is planned to come out later, okay, it doesn't help somebody who like, I would have, not even me, obviously, but I would have played through once and been done with it, right? I'm not going to finish Final Fantasy 15. It's fun. I don't need to go back to it. Cool. But like for Tim, what was his plan? Is he going to go back for Chapter 13? No. Who are they really benefiting by spicing up Chapter 13 a year from now?
Well, I think this is a complicated issue. I think what's going on with Final Fantasy 15 and other AAA games is complicated. My major concern is that there seems to be this inability for people to criticize a game that they like. And they feel like they have some sort of stock in it, or that they're some sort of like they've bought into it, so they feel like they need to defend every aspect of it. And there are plenty of games that I like or love that are imperfect, and some of them are just bad or
Naughty
mediocre.
Bear.
Yeah, Naughty Bear is a great example. I actually think Naughty Bear is really fun. It's
Yeah.
fucking terrible. It's a terrible game, right? And I would never defend it. And I would never question someone questioning my sanity for liking it, but I like it. And there's no particular shame in that, right? My big thing here is that these guys have been working on this game forever. And I understand that the version of Final Fantasy 15 we have now is not the version of Final Fantasy 15 that they were working on when I was in college 10 years ago. But the fact is that they had plenty of time to figure all of these things out. Instead of focusing on an anime and a movie that you need to watch to have any fucking clue what's going on in the game, which is ridiculous. Absolutely insane that that's even necessary, and I'm not going down that road, and most people are not going to go down that road, which is why a lot of people have no idea what's going on in the game, and that's a common thing that I'm seeing all over Twitter.
Sure, Susan Arnett tweeted about it, right? Yeah.
The fact is that it is okay to like something, and it is okay to receive criticism about what you like, and understand that it's not necessarily pointed at you, but pointed at the people that are reaping the benefits of your eagerness and of giving them your money. People are like, well, these are free updates. And I'm like, no, they're not free updates. You fucking paid for the game. And what you have is, you've paid them, and now they're like, oh, we're gonna give you the complete version of the game now. I don't think that there's any shame in saying that Square Enix has really fucked this game up. And I don't know if it's a publisher or a developer problem, but, you know, in the summer when they delayed the game, I'm not pointing at San Francisco, but in the summer when they delayed the game, they were like, we're worried about the people not having the internet.
Who don't have the internet. That they
and
we want
them to have the full version of the game. So we're going to bake in what we thought was the day one patch when the game was supposed to come out in September into the game.
Yeah.
Game comes out in November, still has a patch. Then, they're like, now suddenly they're no longer concerned about the people without the internet. Now they've moved on to a different excuse. You know? And I think that it's okay to call them out on those particular things. So their story and their tune has changed over and over again, and I feel bad. Here's where it comes down to me, Greg.
Where do you get hurt? Where do you feel bad?
I feel bad that folks who were the most eager to play this game, to shell out their money immediately to Square Enix, are actually getting the shortest end of the stick possible. Because these are the people, probably hundreds of thousands of them at this point, have beaten the game and spent hundreds of hours with it and have gotten past all these things that are now going to be fixed for people that were not as eager to play the game, that are probably going to buy the game at a discount, and that are going to, you know, so now you have to play the game again to reap these benefits. And I'm seeing a lot of people I know and people I'm not, very disappointed in this, and they have every right to be disappointed in this. They were like, well, I was there day one. I took a day off to play it, or a few days off to play it from work. I shelled out my $60 or more for a collector's edition. You know, I canceled plans with friends or sacrificed X, Y, and Z to play this game so that they can fix it for future people when the game should have been exactly as it should have been from out of the box. This is a single-player game. This is not an online game. I understand online patches fixing player balance that they couldn't have imagined, adding maps and all these kinds of tweaks. And I also respect that sometimes single-player games need patches to fix things that are broken. But you had plenty of time to get this stuff into the game. It is half-baked. And I feel bad for those early people that were in there that are not going to get the full experience. And I think that sucks. You know, I really do. I think that sucks, and I think that's a bummer. You know, like. And what I'm really concerned about with this particular game, and with lots of things, is they seem reluctant to just call it the way it is. It doesn't mean that you're wrong to like the game, and it doesn't mean that you're wrong to give them your money, and it doesn't mean that you're wrong to think it's a fantastic experience and to spend 100 hours with it and think it's perfect the way it is. There's nothing wrong with that, but there is something wrong with the refusal to call out a publisher on its bullshit. Okay? Square Enix does a lot of.
They just don't think it's bullshit. Is the thing.
How can you not think that that's bullshit?
Because again,
they're telling you a week out from when the game's released that they've received all of this feedback from Chapter 13 that they're going to now fix. I don't believe them. You know, like, you guys, in the week the game's been in the wild, you've received all of this feedback, gone over it with the entire team, with the leadership, with marketing, with your producers, then decided that you're going to fix all these things from the. I don't believe you. This was the plan. This was the plan the whole time. And how can you believe anything they say when they said that they were delaying the game to bake in a patch, then gave you a day one patch, then no longer seem to be concerned that everything they're going to give you now going forward requires an internet connection?
Yeah.
It's all bullshit. And it's okay to like the game and to also call them out on that bullshit. And that's the really important thing that I feel like people have to absorb a little bit more. And so it's okay to say, It's okay to praise a publisher or a developer when they do good things, and it's okay to flog that same publisher when they do bad things. I think Square Enix is doing plenty of awesome things. They support our precious Vita, first of all.
Yeah.
They're seeing great sales with Dragon Quest Heroes and Dragon Quest Builders, which I think they absolutely deserve. I Am Setsuna, which they took a financial loss on, is an awesome game that gave old school RPG players like me something to really look forward to. And one of my favorite games of the year. Their Western development is amazing. They're making they're funding and making Tomb Raider. They're making Hitman, which I can't wait to get to. All these kinds of things. But hey, they fucked this thing up, and we call them out on that too. And that's okay. You know, it's the same thing with like we love Sony. We congratulated them for 50 million units sold. They're also responsible for the No Man's Sky debacle, and it's okay to call them out on that as well.
Sure.
You know, and I think Konami, they gave us Metal Gear Solid 5. Which everyone loves, but everyone hates them anyway, right? And rightfully so, because of the way they treated Kojima and the way they kind of stripped things out of that game. So you could have it both ways, but it's important to keep them honest, and that's the one thing that I think that's being lost.
I think that's the problem with what's happening here is the fact that what can you trust and what can you believe. The day one, the not wanting to put out the game early, or not wanting to put it on its original release date because you don't want to put a day one patch on it was a stupid fucking thing to say. Was that the real concern? Because then there is a day one patch. Now there are a million patches. What can you believe? Totally detached from this. We're talking about the story right now, right? I believe that, a bunch of people would have played through and gone to the Final Fantasy Reddit or the Final Fantasy message boards and been like, holy shit, Chapter 13 sucks. And that mock reviewers and people testing it and all the other stuff would have been like, this is bad, but it's not worth all this other shit. But you get the hardest of the hardcore together who actually mobilize and go and talk. And again, this is what I'm saying might have happened. I don't know. I haven't looked into this. I'm not sure if that's really what's going on in terms of there was such a groundswell of Final Fantasy people saying, this sucks, fix it, that now they are going to fix it. But to the point, maybe it wasn't. You'll never know now, because this is the whole thing. You can't trust what they're saying.
No, how could you? I mean, I don't think it's like a blatant case of just like lying through your teeth. I just think that they're like getting caught up in marketing and PR speak when really you should just be honest. And clearly I think the game should have been delayed again. And I understand that they probably couldn't have gotten away with that. And so I respect that. But, I will always proudly, people can deliver their body blows to me all they want and tell me I'm too negative and all those kinds of things. But I'm starting to question the other side of the coin, which is like, what do people actually what don't you like? And I'm not saying you, but like, everything's getting 8s and 9s, everything. Everyone seems to love every game that comes out in the AAA space. Everything's great. And what I'm questioning is like, that's not possible. And it's okay to be critical of things you even do like. And so I'll gladly take the blows to stand up for you getting a game out of the box that is the game you deserve, that is the game you paid for. And I will gladly, I will fucking die on that hill. Because I think it's the right place to be, and I think it's the right thing to do.
But do you think that day and age is come and gone?
It has, but it doesn't have to be that way.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be this way. You shouldn't have to watch an anime and a movie to understand what's going on in a video game. And you shouldn't be excited to plop down $60, get excited to play a game, get all the way through it, and then find out that they're fixing all these things that were a problem with it that they probably knew were a problem to begin with. It's not right. And it's totally wrong. It's just wrong. And I say this to someone, and I say this all the time, I don't buy video games that much. We get them sent to us. I would be so upset if I was spending thousands and thousands of dollars on these video games and just getting fucked left, right, and center, and just pretending that is normal and that the new normal is okay. It's not okay. It's not okay that this is happening over and over again, that games are just radically broken when they're released, that games are overhyped, that the media overhypes them, that PR overhypes them, everyone eats and gobbles this shit all up. And it's just not so. The reality of the situation is just different. And we can change it together. But we have to put our money where our mouth is. We have to collectively praise a publisher when they deserve the praise, and we have to criticize a publisher when they deserve the criticism.
Yeah.
And I don't think this goes down to the developers. That's another important note. I think Tabata and his team, in particular with Final Fantasy 15, they're at the behest of the people that are publishing the game, internally with the people that publish the game, and they have to get the game out at a certain time, but these guys know that the games aren't ready, and so I'm just super concerned about people's seeming inability in some corners to just be critical sometimes of even the games that they love.
Sure, but I think the problem exists is that what you're talking about with critical thinking, critical analysis of games, and even the things you love, is that you're trying to do it in Twitter and in a Twitch chat and all this stuff, where all that exists is hyperbole. So it is 140 characters to make your point, right? I think even you, like, you know, you just said, like, the game's fucked or whatever. Like, is Final Fantasy really fucked? Like, they need to add they're going to add cutscenes in to try to explain the story more, and Chapter 13 is boring or too hard or whatever the fuck problem was, right? Like, that's not fucked. Like, that, like, when I hear a game's fucked, it's broken as shit. You get it and it doesn't work, and this doesn't happen, and then you have all these patches to try to get you to the point of having the game run.
Right, and the question becomes, yeah, maybe the game's not fucked. The situation certainly is. It's fucked.
I'll give you that.
It's fucked that someone goes into a store to buy a game on a disc on day one, and it's just not all there. It's not right. And they release it, and they'll take your money. They don't give a fuck. They'll take your money.
Yeah.
That's not right. It's wrong. It's just, it's not right. It's wrong. It's just, it frustrates me so much that we don't have a more critical eye collectively towards these things, and that the situations will not change until we are able to call these things out and actually put our money where our mouth is and actually say that, hey, maybe everything's not honky-dory and not great. And people can call me negative all they want and say, well, you're too hard on games or you don't enjoy anything. First of all, I've played a fucking 100+ games this year, and I've enjoyed many of them. But also to the point of saying, hey, some of these games have problems. I love I Am Setsuna. There's problems with that game. There's a lot of problems with it. You know, I really loved Doom. Thought it was kind of shady that they didn't send out the game for reviewers on day one. You can have it both ways.
So where's the line then, right? Like, I'm thinking of Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight, the tank battles are stupid and suck, right? And that was my main criticism of the game, getting through it, platinuming it, so playing it multiple times. If tomorrow, and let's say Arkham Knight was new, it had come out already, and it came out, jump back last year. It's been out a few months. Rocksteady's like, hey, we're putting on a patch to dial down the tanks. There's not going to be a part where you pull out and you have to kill 36 tanks, because that's stupid. Why would we have done that? We're idiots. And we're also going to toss in a cutscene here to explain this, that, and the other, right? I wouldn't be upset by that. Like, I'd be like, oh, good, I'm glad they took the criticism to heart. Now, granted, again, this would be the fact that Arkham Knight came out in what, August or September? And now we're in December. There's been this gap in there. Would that have been the case here, you feel? If Final Fantasy had announced this stuff, if Final Fantasy had come out in August or September, and now we're in December, and they were like, hey, we've heard your feedback, Chapter 13 is getting tweaked, and we're putting out these cutscenes and stuff. Would you be more okay with that?
I think so, because then I would actually believe that they actually took any feedback
then you
at all.
believe that it was feedback from people. I got you.
You know, like, people are comparing this to the way CD Projekt handled The Witcher 3 by changing a lot of things, and I'm like, that happened a really long time after the game came out.
When they did the UI.
Yeah, like that happened a really long time after the game came out. The game was great out of the box. Witcher 3 was great out of the box. Mm-hmm. And a really great example of, again, they deserve praise for that, you know?
Sure, listening to fans and going in and tweaking things that need to be tweaked.
At the end of the day, it's your money and it's your time, right? And so I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money and how to spend your time. And I don't think that there's any objective truth to what is good and what is bad, per se. I think that we can all say, well, this game doesn't run, or this game isn't worth anyone's time. But I love, I Am Setsuna is a great example. A lot of people didn't like that game, but a lot of people did, right? And I don't think there's a right or wrong there. It's all about personal taste. But I want video game publishers to realize that, to not take you all for granted, to not take the situation for granted, and to be criticized, rightfully so, for the things that they do wrong. I mean, look at what Electronic Arts did with Battlefield and with Titanfall. They deserve criticism for that. They killed Titanfall. Legitimate fans of that franchise are not going to get a third game because of what they did.
Yeah.
And they should be criticized for that. They fucked that game. And it's okay to say that. It's also okay to say Titanfall 2 is great. Because it is. It's more gray than I think people give it credit for. But with this particular problem, I will gladly stand up on this hill, and I will gladly fight the fight to make sure that you guys get the most bang for your buck out of these games, and for publishers to get some sort of message from someone that this isn't okay. Because what they're getting right now is an overwhelming message that it's just fine. It's just fine to release your half-baked games. It's just fine to rush your developers. It's just fine to patch every fucking week and add gigabytes worth of data to games that should have been finished. It's okay to release anime and movies that tell a story in a separate game that 95% of the people that are going to play it have no idea even exists, so they go into the game having no fucking clue what's going on. It's not okay. And so that's all I wanted to say. Agree or not, that's your prerogative. And I'm sure we'll get comments and we'll get tips on that as well. But anything else before we move on?
No.
Tabber Scaff gave us a tip. So Colin, please stop saying Final Fantasy 15 has been in development for 10 years. It hasn't. It was vaporware until 2012. If you want to blame something for the delay, blame Kutaragi for $599 and Japanese consumers for not buying it. No, I'll blame Square Enix for announcing a game in 2006 and not delivering it until this year. But thank you for your input, and we appreciate you very much. Next tip comes from Citrus Chrome. Says, Colin, you should finish 15. I think you'll really be surprised at how disjointed the story really is. Yeah, the game is fun and it's a good game, but I can't understand professionals giving it 9s. I wouldn't be surprised at all about how the story is disjointed. That said, people are saying, like, you hate it, you want to hate it. I'm like, I've said a million positive things about the gameplay experience. The story and the characters are weak so far.
It's the same thing as ever. And you can't say anything negative about any game. You're a horrible person. I forgot what it's like to review a game, quote unquote. Because at Review Embargo, I put up my Last Guardian impressions, and all the people all of a sudden coming out, the Last Guardian defenders who hadn't played the game coming out to assault my character. And I'm like, I don't care, take it or leave it. Go away if you don't want to, you don't believe in me and you don't think, well, you're a fucking idiot and you never liked these other games. I'm like, that's true. I'm not the idiot part, but I didn't like those. I was like, why are you so hung up on this? Go. And he's like, why? Everyone's like, don't listen to Greg. It's getting great reviews. I'm like, you're ignoring the 7 and the 7.5 it was getting on other sites. Why is everybody freaking out?
Well, it's the same thing with everyone's like, you always thought Final Fantasy 15 was going to be bad. I'm like, fine when I said that. If you're going to say it, then find the evidence, because I never said that. And everyone's like, you hated Titanfall too. And I'm like,
yeah, the Titanfall one is the one that pissed me off too. Where I was like,
what are you talking about?
When I came out and was like, hey, I don't think this is amazing. And everybody's like, Greg hates. I'm like, nope, you're misinterpreting 1,000% there. I said, I don't think it's amazing. I don't see why everybody thinks it's the second coming. Still a good game.
Born Against gave us a very ominous $6.66 tip. Said, thinking of starting an alt-right gent band called Gentrification. Have a great day, you beautiful sons of great women and men. Satan bless them, you and all of us. Thank you, Born Against.
I like him. I like Satan guy. Throw it up, Kev. I haven't seen this one in a while. Oh wait, is this the song or just her talking?
Just her talking.
Oh, lame.
I think it's funnier this way.
Unnecessary journeys. Don't take risks on treacherous roads, and don't swim in the sea. Incredibly, people have been spotted in the water here in Blackrock and Salt Hill, both today and yesterday.
Oh God!
Holy shit!
I didn't expect that ending. What a twist!
Holy Lord! I love that woman. That is acting. End scene, madam. End scene.
Take necessary.
DJ Kento said, I wrote you about my nerve damage / inability to play games a week or so ago. PSX had an accessibility panel and it was wonderful.
Yeah,
recommend everyone to watch it. Gave me hope to play games still. Yes, I agree actually. So we were backstage when that happened. That was sometime after our panel at PSX, and I saw Sean Layden on our flight back to San Francisco later that day and actually congratulated him on that because I thought it was a very eye-opening scenario there, or series of scenarios and I was glad to see that Naughty Dog is amongst the leaders of making games more accessible to people that play them. And they've told that particular story before about how a guy couldn't play Uncharted 2 because of the cadence of a triangle press in the game, and how that they had to have someone else beat it for him or play that part of the game for him, and that's unfortunate. And I like how they stress the obvious, that this doesn't diminish your own experience with the game if you are an able-bodied person, but that there are people that want to play these games.
Sure, gaming should be accessible to everybody.
And I was especially impressed by the gentleman in the wheelchair that ran the website. I can't remember. DAGERS.
I'll look into it. I tweeted at them yesterday because they were in my feed talking about the panel.
He just had a shit ton of salient points. Like, I love when I find people that have thought so deeply about things I don't think about. It's very enlightening. I was really impressed with it as well. So I agree with you, DJ Kent, and you can go check that out, I think, on probably PlayStation's YouTube.
It is. It's up on their thing. I think it's Ian Hamilton, by the way, is the gentleman you're complimenting.
Ian. Let's do 3 more.
3 more.
You have nice hair.
Thank you. I'm a big fan of yours too, though. It's grass is always greener situation.
Kiss, 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 kiss.
No. I don't know what that means. Is that your sign for getting down? Aaron knows when the glasses come off.
Let's start off with a video by one Tom Hawkins.
Oh.
I have not seen this video yet, but I saw the headline and it made me hard.
This is going to be great. I have a good feeling about it.
Ready?
Always. Never. Oh, there it is.
Ah, sweet Jesus, yes.
I love it's like it's like the Making a Murderer song. Have you seen that?
I've seen the intro, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
This is amazing. It just needs to flash like a swastika or something.
Are we getting cut off, Kev?
We are a little bit.
We're not seeing all the text.
That might just be this TV.
Uncharted 3 review. A PT Cruiser just goes by. Holy shit. I really hope you got this from Video Blocks.
Yep. That's amazing.
Yep. God fucking
makes me
damn.
happy.
Tom Hawkins, ladies and gentlemen. The man.
Go follow him everywhere.
The myth. The legend.
The beautiful hair. You know, my wife has a little bit of a crush on him.
I get it.
Yeah.
I totally understand.
A little bit. She
I
talks
say
to her
it's the
sister.
accent,
She
but
talks to her
that's
sister about that a lot.
Riding him down.
About
Really?
it a lot. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ever since she met him in London, she's always been like, you know, there's just something to that Tom Hawkins. I was like, yeah, he's really young, tall, and good looking. I get it. And she's like, no, but he's tall.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no,
You're
yeah, no, I
missing
get
the point here.
Yeah, I understand in order of importance in your life. Tall is number one. Good looking, young. I don't tick any of those boxes, unfortunately.
Did a Baywatch trailer come out?
Oh no. Better news.
Holy shit.
Kevin.
What?
Important news.
There's a Baywatch trailer.
Oh man. Yes, it's already starting off beautifully.
Is the elite of the elite.
Of course you are, The Rock. Alexander Daddario.
We protect when other people don't want to protect.
Oh
What
my
the fuck?
God.
Beyond.
If you want me, you can have me.
Some other time.
We're staring into the abyss here. City Council's already cut our funding. It's up to us to restore the Baywatch brand.
Yes, I love it.
This is awesome.
Do you just look at my boobs? You should look at my face.
I'm trying, but it's so close to your boobs.
Ha.
This is the guy you think is a good PR opportunity for us.
Do some shots!
He's reckless.
That was amazing.
Gold medals. How many gold medals do you have? Probably 0.
We got a dead body on our beach.
That's not our job.
My gut says there's some bad shit going on over there, and my balls say we need to check it out.
My balls say, you should just take it easy right here.
Why the fuck do your balls sound like 3-year-old girls?
Dog, but they're wise.
Welcome to Baywatch.
Okay, that's amazing.
Why are you grabbing me so tight?
Why does she always look like she's running in slow-mo?
You see it too?
You turned the canals into the goddamn X Games.
Yeah, that's because we were in lifeguard pursuit.
There's no fucking such thing as lifeguard pursuit. How do I explain this so that you people understand?
You people? You people?
Oh, you don't get to say that. You're just tan.
Right on.
Come on, brother.
I mean,
Are you
do we give
kidding
them the
me?
fucking Oscar now?
Yeah, what the
Do
fuck?
you give them the Academy
Who
Award right now?
expected this? Who the fuck expected this?
I did, because here's the deal. The Rock and Zac Efron
Oh, yeah.
do not pick bad projects anymore.
Oh my God, no.
They don't do it. The Rock, there's a reason why The Rock is the #1 star in Hollywood right now. It's because he fucking makes
everyone's
sure
hearts.
everything he does is great, and that is going to be fucking hilarious. I'm putting that on par with at least 22 Jump Street.
And that's great.
That's great.
That's fucking great.
Not 21. 22 Jump Street.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I'm excited about
man.
this. That's 10 out of 10.
I'm real happy about
10 out
that.
of 10. Peanut 0423 says 10 out of
Dude,
fucking
Peanut,
10.
10 out of
But boy,
fucking 10.
Yeah.
You're right.
Fuck it. There's no better news than that today. That Matt 437 says, Nick, can you demonstrate your best seductive technique? Kevin, give me the one. Hi. That's all you got to do, guys. Look them in the eye and say hi. Let them do the
I
rest.
thought a wink would happen.
Okay, give it to me again. How's your butthole doing? All right.
All right.
Awkward says, love you guys. This song is mostly for Nick and Kev Dog. Starts at 32 seconds. Only need to listen for about 5 to 10 seconds to understand.
So bongo, bongo, bongo. I don't wanna leave the Congo. No, 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 no.
This is forever now. Shall be forever known as Kevin's theme song. This is the bongo song, ladies and gentlemen.
I was really
my
enjoying
God.
it. I don't know why I didn't read the goddamn title of the song.
Well, I didn't either. That's what's funny about it. Geo_dude gave us a link and says this GIF was too good not to share. Enjoy. Kevin, can you pull that up for us? Is that Jean-Claude Van Damme?
That is most certainly Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Hey, what is he playing, Kevin?
I believe those are his testicles.
No, I don't think they are. They're close. I believe he has testicles that huge, but I think they're... Damn, are those the bongos?
Those are the bongos.
Those are the bongos. 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 Jerry D007 says, Hi, Internet Explorers. Do you guys ever enjoy the Disney Direct VDH DVD sequels to Aladdin? I think he meant the VHS DVD sequels to Aladdin, The Lion King, The Little Mermaid, etc.
Aladdin 3?
I'll take this one.
Yeah, thank you, because I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
Fucking Greg, always talking shit.
Yeah.
Aladdin, Return of Jafar.
Fucking awesome.
Fucking awesome.
Holy shit,
fucking
dark.
awesome. Fucking dope. You played through it in Kingdom Hearts 2. It was great.
Mm-hmm.
Aladdin, King of Thieves.
Fucking amazing.
Is that what it was called?
Yeah,
the
King
third
Thieves,
one?
that's exactly right.
Where he meets his motherfucking papa.
Dad? Man, what an emotional moment.
Such a good movie. They brought back Robin Williams. That was back when Disney was fucking nailing it with the sequels. They did such a good job with that shit. Lion King 2, dope as hell.
Now they're
dope as hell.
Now they're nailing it with these live action remakes.
They're doing a good job. Doing a good job. Little Mermaid 2, okay.
What?
Little Mermaid 3, really fucking bad. Cinderella 2, god awful. Cinderella 3,
sweet.
They played with time travel. They did it. They fucking did it. DTD Pilgrim says, Tim and Nick, you're video producers. I know it's hard and it takes a lot of time, but why don't you do more video content other than podcasts? Like a short or something. I think you two have a lot to offer in that sense, and it would be great to see. First off, thank you.
Thank you.
Second off, you're correct. The reason we don't do it is because it takes a lot of time and it's hard.
Yeah.
We want to, and it's one of those things where it's definitely our goal.
Oh, yeah,
it's just
definitely.
like, this business takes so much to just maintain the podcasts and stuff that we're trying, and I feel like we're getting better and better about getting what that foundation is. And the animated show is that. The animated show is Nick kind of pouring all his creative energies into shorts, and they're animated, which is awesome. You can kind of do whatever the fuck you want. And I feel like the first couple episodes where you kind of getting the feel of what you can
Eased
and
into
can't
it.
do.
Eased into it a little bit.
But these later episodes, we couldn't do these in real life.
No, we can't do these in real life, thank God. Because if we did, we'd probably get arrested. But yeah, but we definitely agree, and that's definitely on the docket eventually for stuff we want to do, especially for Tim and I. One of my favorite things in life is making Colin and Kevin just say the most absurd shit possible. Tim doesn't give a fuck. You can make him say anything. He doesn't care. But Colin and Greg, Colin always just like, I can't believe I have to say this. I'm like, it's just, we have to. We need it for the company.
I've looked at the lines. Colin's lines aren't that bad.
Actually, usually just making Kevin say
obscene
the most
shit.
Obscene stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just laughing for 15 minutes.
All right. The Hikatera says, Yo, Tim and Nick, I just went through and watched episodes of Follow the Leader. When you guys make a show and it doesn't do well view-wise, is that hard to not take personally? No. Because I feel like whenever we make shows, we kind of have an idea of how they're going to do.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
And views aren't always the goal.
No.
Most of the time they are. But with certain things, views are definitely not the goal. Colin was right. The view is goals.
Yeah.
The goal
is
is
views.
The goal is views.
Yeah, for sure.
Because that is a show that I really believe can get us outside of our normal audience.
Yeah, we feel like we can really penetrate.
We can penetrate people with his opinions. All right, let's see.
But I think another goal for that show is to let Colin have the creativity that is just sitting in him,
Well, that's the other thing, too, yeah. Obviously, giving Colin a place to be Colin. Colin Was Right is the show that IGN should have done years ago, and it didn't. And I'm happy they didn't, because now we can.
Right.
Ooh. That was good.
Thank you.
That was a nice intro. What's up, guys? I'm Tim Geddes. This is Nick Scarpino. You might motherfucking know us as the Internet Explorers, and that's right. We ride again. First news story of the day. Is it up, Kev?
Yeah, it's up.
Cool. PewDiePie is not deleting his YouTube channel.
No shit.
He was a liar. He was a joker. He played everyone like fucking fiddles. Colin was right.
Oh, did Colin say?
No, Colin didn't say anything.
I'm sure had Colin read that original article, even like there's no way.
So pretty much what went down here is PewDiePie said that at 50 million subscribers, he was going to delete his channel.
Right. Now this was a direct result of YouTube. Some weird shit happened with
Shitting
YouTube
the
where
bed.
they feel like they've audited too many subscribers, and now people are losing, like they're getting thrown out of channels, or they're losing subscriptions, basically losing video views.
So what happened is YouTube changed its algorithm, which means that how related videos pop up is drastically changed.
That's what they think, but they
Now-
don't know. Did YouTube confirm that?
I mean, yeah, but well, they confirmed as much as they ever confirm. It happened.
Okay.
It's happening across the board. Like if
Got
you
it.
look at any graph of YouTube views from related videos, it's just a crazy drop. A drop so big that for people like PewDiePie, it went from 80% of his videos were from related. 80% of his views were from related videos to less than 1%.
Oh wow!
So it's like there's something going on.
That's pretty big.
Then you're seeing this also with like the No was having problems, and like literally every Let's Play.
But he was also pissed off that he was that they were auditing subscribers unfairly too, right?
Well,
or some shit like that.
so that's all part of the algorithm change, right? And so back when we were at IGN, we had to deal with that shit all the time, where when you're releasing videos in such a large scale that any little change to the algorithm completely changes how many views you're getting, and more often than not, it means you're getting less views.
Yeah.
Just because they're trying to create more quality views instead of just quantity of
who knows
people
what they're
clicking on stuff.
Who knows what they're trying to create?
Well, I mean, they're pretty upfront about it. It's about engagement. It's about watch time. But the problem with that is then it completely favors videos that are, 10% content and 90%. Make sure you click the like button, because if you click the like button, more people will watch this video. Leave a comment that says this specific thing. So that kind of becomes a problem. It's going in two separate directions, where their watch time thing will support good content, but their engagement thing supports telling people to do things, which is necessary. But there's definitely a threshold of it's just fucking too much. PewDiePie's pissed about this. A lot of people are pissed about this.
A lot of
Mainly
big
the
YouTubers are
top
pissed about
creators
this.
are pissed about it because it's affecting their money and stuff. Luckily for us, our views on YouTube don't really matter.
No.
Like, we're happy people are there, and you guys are awesome, but it's like, we don't need millions. We want millions, but we want millions of quality, not millions of just fucking dick burgers.
Yeah, we don't want dick burgers.
You know?
I don't know what a dick burger is, but I don't want it. I don't want it at all. But yeah, I guess so. PewDiePie. What's funny is I watched that video, that vlog of his. It didn't seem so much like a joke. But now he's telling everyone that it was a joke. Obviously, he's not going to fucking delete a channel that has 50 million subscribers.
He deleted another channel of his.
Did he?
That was a parody channel he made of his friend Jacksepticeye, where he pretended to be Jacksepticeye. The channel was Jacksepticeye 2.
Okay.
So that channel was deleted.
Okay.
But this whole thing is PewDiePie being a fucking, the troll that he could be, because he is the number
most
one
powerful person on YouTube,
But
sure.
by him doing this shit, joke or not, it fucking made YouTube shit their pants. People, they were freaking the fuck out about this.
Really? Why?
Because if the number one dude deletes his channel, then their 50 million that they tout constantly is gone.
Yeah.
So they all listened. In the past couple of days, there's been so much shit of YouTube being like, all right, here's how we're going to talk to top creators. Here are avenues people can reach us at.
That's good.
To try to fix these things. So overall, this is a good step in the right direction. Is PewDiePie a fucking weirdo? Yeah.
Definitely.
He's allowed to be.
He's a strange, weird Swedish dude with great hair.
War for the Planet of the Apes.
Greg, did you see him?
Yeah.
The second one was like.
You see me debating Kevin earlier today. Yeah.
Well, I didn't know if you were talking about the new one. I mean, you were talking about the old ones.
Brother, I love Planet of the Apes.
The second one was kind of post-apocalyptic, though, wasn't
No,
it?
you're wrong. This is the problem. The Mark Wahlberg one is canon. That's number one.
You're kidding
and
me.
James Franco is number two.
Are you kidding me?
James Franco, there's a newspaper about his mission going missing or whatever.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Whoa.
The 2000 one? Or
Yeah,
like 99 or
the
whatever?
Wahlberg one is like, they were like, good. That's why there hasn't been a Planet of the Apes. That was Planet of the Apes. Then James Franco was
Rise?
Rise of the Planet
Dawn
of the Apes, then Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and now...
I think it was Dawn and then Rise.
Okay.
And then now War. Literally everyone in the chat is saying Greg is wrong about Mark Wahlberg.
I'm saying that...
I want to get to the bottom of this, because I believe you. If you say there's newspapers...
The James Franco one, there is a nod to the astronauts missing. That's all I'm saying. Why hasn't there been a real Planet of the Apes then? Why have they not done Planet of the Apes yet? Because they already did Planet of the Apes. It was Marky Mark getting lost in space.
Okay.
And now they're going...
Lost in Space is a different movie.
You're confusing a lot of franchises.
Yeah,
right
he
now.
didn't get lost. He time traveled.
The chat says you're wrong.
Greg, did you look that up? Have you spent the last 20 minutes looking that up, trying to prove your case, and then only to find out that you're wrong?
No, it was just one look of like, oh, I'm wrong.
Oh, you're wrong?
I am wrong. Yeah, 100%.
Greg is wrong. Greg comes in, his hair is all disheveled, like he looks like a mad scientist that has spent the last 20 years
night
trying to figure this out.
But why do they have a newspaper about the astronauts getting lost? It doesn't. Why would they make that reference if that wasn't the universe?
I don't know. You should do your hair like that more often. It looks good like that.
The glasses.
No, the glasses make you look like a fucking psychopath.
My new glasses too.
The good glasses, but it was,
cockamamie,
a contortion to them.
Ayub says, remember me, I uploaded more. Love your reaction last time. So for the first time in almost 5 years, Final Boss Studios is working on new stuff. Oh, yes. Now, if I'm not mistaken, are these the ninja guys?
Final Boss.
Remember the ninja?
Oh, shit!
Yes. Hold on, let me see if this is them.
Yeah, oh my god. Introducing Cheetah.
No, we're just going to
Fuck what are we doing right now? We need to watch this.
I already got it, guys.
Thank you.
All right.
Oh my god, these guys.
Yeah,
if you haven't seen them, prepare your body and souls.
Oh my god.
Everything about this is great.
Give it to me.
Cocaine. This junk is bad news. Where did you get this? You peddling this garbage to children now?
So what if I am, asshole?
Then you die. What's wrong? You get bored living the good life?
Oh my god. You know what?
Never stopping, my friend.
You guys, you're good. When you're good, you're good. It was a different vibe. It was a different tone, you know? It was like a little blaxploitation going on.
Yeah.
I liked it.
If you want to look at more of those videos, you can go to Final Boss Home Video. That's the name of their channel, I believe. Let me double check and make sure that.
That is in fact the name of the channel.
Yeah, they've got all the other ones on there, all the amazing gold on there, including Zombie Ninjash, Bare Knuckle Ninja, and a bunch of other ones. It's fun. How to Kill a Ninja. Lots of things like that. A lot of ninja. A lot of good ninja related stuff. Subscribe to them.
Paraphernalia.
God bless them. Wait, there's another video from fucking 1 day ago. I don't understand.
Jeff Rosenstock. All right, I need to check him out.
Hold on. What is this video?
Zombie Ninja Attack? This Turtle says, fuck YouTube stealing subs.
I am sworn to protect the amulet with my life.
Then you have served well done.
Darkness and light. In the wrong hands, the amulet has the power to resurrect creatures of the night.
It's Cheetah.
Nice panda roll, Cheetah.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
Come face to face with us.
Who is that guy? Why is there always that guy?
They're good. I gotta say, I like their other stuff better. There's something about this widescreen, newfangled stuff. It's good, but it's no, whatever the hell the other one was called, Ninja Scroll 3.
Oh my god. I think it was How to Kill a Ninja.
Yeah, How to Kill a Ninja.
Just like that.
The noise of your watch makes that feel real.
It made it,
like
it feel real. Real. Tim and Nick. Hotter older woman, Marissa Tomei, or Helen Mirren?
Oh, God.
Oh, come on, dude. That's a fucking Sophie's Choice if I've ever heard one right there. Don't make me choose.
See, what's so funny is you love some Helen Mirren.
I actually had a conversation with my wife last night, just reapproving, just making sure that Helen Mirren was on my list. Mm-hmm. You know, the list of people, if I ever get to meet, I'll get to have sex and I get a pass.
Yeah.
It's her, okay? Mm-hmm. It's Daniel Craig.
Okay.
That's it. Just those two. That's it.
you know, Gia's given me a lot of passes in my life, just in terms of like, she lets me do some stupid shit, and say some stupid shit and get away with it.
Yeah.
The one thing that she'll always hold me to is she's like, I don't understand why you guys have such a thing for Helen Mirren.
Dude, Helen Mirren is so hot still to this day. The woman just exudes sex appeal. Come on, son. Look up young Helen Mirren and tell me you wouldn't be like, she's not everything to you. She's everything. Also, as the queen, double up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, son.
Yeah.
She played the queen, all prim and proper, like always disapproving. There's something sexy about that.
Into Andy Serkis for a second.
Good job, Andy. Good job.
Let's get into
Let's take a break for a second, Andy.
Let's do some sub
Great
only,
job, Andy.
goodness.
This guy really knows what's up. He really can play a fucking monkey real good.
I like how there's now a beef between Nick Scarpino and Andy Serkis.
Thank you guys so much for your continued support. We love you all. We will be thinking about you this weekend. I hope you think about us, but in that way.
Yeah, this is just a joke. The fact that these exist, a joke. Don't do it.
But some people like them.
Don't do it.
We're giving it away. We're giving it away.
Even think of it.
Oh.